All right, Tim, and we're live. Hello.
Hey, everybody. Hi, how you doing? As you can see, I'm here at Meepleville. So I got my mask on because we got people in here, and people are playing games. It's kind of nice because Meepleville seems to be back a little bit. You know what I mean? We're getting back into action.
And I'm also kind of here, but still stuck at home.
Yes. Yeah, you had an injury, didn't you, Grant?
Yeah, I threw my back out really bad on Saturday, so I'm kind of taking this week off, taking some pain pills, not really doing anything. At least I can get out of bed today, so by next week,
Right.
hope we're doing more. And there's Trung,
Yeah, trunks flying by, dropping off orders.
busy as ever.
Yes, I know. Busy as ever. Absolutely.
So I think we had 12 tables up for reservation tonight. Did we get all 12 tables filled, Tim?
Not yet. I mean, we still got people coming. So right now, I've got. Yeah, as a matter of fact, here, let me tell you. I'll walk around a little bit. Oh wait, is that somebody? Who's that out there? Oh yeah, somebody coming in.
For anybody that's watching, Tim is going to be randomly in and out of this video. It'll mostly just be me here, kind of just talking and doing stuff for the next couple hours. So if Tim ever disappears, that's where he's going to.
That is true, but yeah, but because I'll be running around, I got to go get some stuff, and yeah. So we got let me see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 tables up top. We got 1, 2 down here, I think. So yeah, but it's nicely spread out. Some people brought their own games, right? So because anytime you play our games, again, they have to take them out of commission. What studies have showed 48 hours, right? That's what we're doing.
At a minimum, yeah. So we should be pretty safe on that side.
Yeah. So doing that, and but yeah, no, everybody seems excited to be here. I've had people come in and buy games too, because we got a whole bunch of brand new games sitting over there. I've got to get into stock and all that. But yeah, so it's good. You know, the governor made another announcement about more stuff moving forward here in the state and here with businesses like Meepleville. So we look to be getting going.
Yeah, it was definitely good news. Nevada has done really well with all our statistics and all that. So hopefully people take this reopening seriously, are still very safe about it as we're doing here. So that it doesn't get worse again, and that we can slowly progress this back to where we want this to be, to whatever degree we can get back to.
Yeah, and that's the most important thing, right? Is safety. Because we're wearing gloves. I mean, I got one off, so I'm doing the laptop stuff, but you know, doing all that kind of stuff. You know, and somebody mentioned to me, they were like, Tim, hey, this place up in Boca, you know, they were packed with people. They had all this. You know, why don't you call the authorities on them? And I'm like, I'm not gonna, you know,
Oh, yeah.
like, yeah. People can do what they want. We're doing what we want to do,
Yeah.
right? So we have our procedures, our policies in place. It's very spread out, and it's good. So excuse me 1 second. I gotta get the phone.
But yeah, as Tim was saying, we're definitely going to err on the side of caution. Obviously, we would love to get the business back to where it was, back up and running, full of people, but it's better that it's a slow process than just immediately jumping back into and having any type of issues come up. So, you know, we're doing this more for you guys than we are for as a business. What's up, Randall? Randall, I thought you were heading down there tonight. Are you still stuck at work? I'm still having my morning coffee. I think I got up at about 4 today. Who else is in chat currently?
So who's here with us so far?
It says we got 17 people watching.
Right.
But Randall's here chatting currently. I know Randall's coming in later tonight. Oh, he's stuck at work for another hour.
Oh, is he?
So
Oh,
you'll see Randall a little bit.
he's stuck at work. That was just Carlo calling. I guess I'll have to, you know, tell Carlo, tell Randy to tell Carlo he can come in then to his table. So
There's Travis. What's up, Travis?
oh, is that Travis? Which Travis?
Uh,
You got Travis's.
Qwants? I can't say that last name. Starts with a Q.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
That's-
Travis
that's-
Quant.
Qwants.
Yeah, ETW. I didn't
Uh,
know. Oh, hey guys! Here, let me show you. Mind if I put you on? We're on Meepleville Live. Look who it is. Billy and Tasha walked in. Hey guys, how you doing? Yes, all right. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and show them to their table, okay?
Absolutely. We got Jason here, John. And yeah, Kyle, we are open today, but we're doing it by reservation type system for our cafe part. So it's a little bit more limited, definitely not on a walk-in basis. If anybody's interested in going down, I would definitely call ahead type thing. As far as what days we do this on in the future, hopefully we'll add more. I think next Wednesday is a definite, but there may be more days added next week. But we're just not sure at this point. We'll definitely have to see how tonight goes.
Actually,
Oh. What's anybody else been up to this week? Anybody get any new games in? That's still stuck in check. Randall, do you know what you guys are playing tonight? I see we got one of Tom's top 10 videos going on up there in the background.
all right.
Oh yeah, I do remember you picked up a copy of that, Kyle. Are you pretty far into Gloomhaven? And did you end up backing Frosthaven by chance? Randall's playing Laboso tonight.
Okay. That sounds good. All right, so what I'm going to do, were you in the middle of something? I don't want to interrupt
No,
you.
not at all.
Okay. I don't know, like, if you can maybe blow up my screen.
Yeah,
Grant.
Yeah, that's what this format is, Tim. You're the big main background. You are everything, and I'm just on top of you. I'm like this little guy on your shoulder. There you
It's
go.
all about me tonight.
There you go.
All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and pick up my laptop, give you guys a walk around the store, say hi to people and all that kind of stuff. All right. So Grant, just tell me. I'm gonna have the laptop away from me, right? So I'm not gonna see what I'm doing, but I can be able to hear you.
Sure,
Just
yeah.
tell me
Just kind of slowly walk around. I'm talking to people in chat still.
All right. So here we go. So I'm
Paul-
just gonna go ahead and walk. Door is it okay? I walk through the store real quick. Yes. No. Maybe.
The video was a little laggy.
Is it like? What if I walk or move or? Is it okay?
It's okay. It's okay as it's gonna be. But yeah, we got our shelves all reorganized a little bit. All the empty spaces you guys are seeing is kind of because we slammed all the board games alphabetically into the right wall. We kind of took a bunch of front-facing stuff off just so we could find stuff easier. Over here, we got our big puzzle collection. So everybody knows we're running a ton of puzzles now. So people are finally able to come back in retail and actually browse our puzzles. So this is our big puzzle section over here.
Yeah.
Bunch of new stuff has come in. We still have a ton of Isle of Cats and The Crew, which are both fantastic games.
Yeah. Just sold Isle of Cats and expansion tonight.
Our Asmodee restocks. We still have a ton of our D&D products. Hopefully we can get some D&D stuff going again.
Look
And
at
in
our
the-
new die.
Oh yeah, we got all those what company was that again? I don't even remember.
Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper. Yeah, we got some really nice Gatekeeper dice in. We saw these guys up at Gamma. I super love some of their dice designs. The cases themselves are these nice little dice tower that you can like use for your miniatures in game. They're just very slick, very nice dice. So yeah, if anybody's looking to pick up some dice, they are there.
There's the cafe, but limited offerings tonight.
And that might apply for the next couple of days that we're open. Over here on
Brand new. Haven't even put it on the shelf yet. Can you see all that?
Yep, we got Dice Throne Season 2 back in. We got a copy of Call to Adventure there. Call to Adventure is fantastic. I personally ordered that because I own that and happen to love playing that. In the Hall of the Mountain King, I know we had it Dice Tower West. That was one of the few games I really wanted to try and I never got around to playing. So I thought we'd get that in. Hey, there's finally some Flying Goblins. Flying Goblins is a great dexterity game from Yellow that just came out. Restocks of Champions of Midgar, all the Terraforming Mars stuff. If anybody's not playing those little exit or unlock games, those are fantastic, especially here in quarantine. If you're stuck at home with just one or two people, those are amazing, amazing games. Santa Monica is a new release as of, I thought the release date was actually the 29th, so I'm glad we already got those in a couple days early. I see Visitor in there. That's another one Billy really liked that he's had for a while.
I don't know. I didn't open it, but look what we got here. I already sold one today. Guy came in. He came in, and he goes, I'm just going to go ahead and ask a far-out question, and the answer's going to be, but I'm just going to ask, do you have Gloomhaven? And I was like, yeah, right there.
They just walked in the door. We didn't up until today, right? Did they just come in?
Yeah. Yeah. So, like I told him, you always got to ask, right?
Oh, right, absolutely. So, let me go ahead and
so here we go. Let's walk around. Is it too shiny with the lights, or?
No, you're fine. Just keep the camera pointed a little like lower. Okay. But right there is good. So as you guys can see, we have a lot of tables blocked off. So all the tables that have like the black tablecloth and the chairs up, you can't sit at. So we kind of have like 5 big main places down here. Every other booth down here is going to be usable. So this is us keeping our tables 6 feet apart. So the booths are really good for just groups of 2 that want to come in. We've got 1 big table set up here if anybody has a big game coming in.
Yeah. Oh, there they are. See?
Over here.
Those are our regular euchre players over there.
Don and Patty and Mark and Cliff, all in here playing some cards. Hi, Don, Patty, Cliff, and Mark. You guys can't see me, but maybe you can hear me.
Yeah. Go ahead. Say hi, everybody. Hello. Hey.
Oh, glad to see you guys back in here. I still need to actually learn euchre someday. Dawn keeps threatening me, and I never take her up on the offer. And that's on me. I really should.
All right, thank you, guys. Over here, we've got Sterling and his friends. Over there. Hey, guys. Yeah. So they're playing Azul Stained Glass of Sintra. Yeah. So they're trying a variation of Azul over there.
Very nice. I still haven't had a chance to play the third one. I know the rules for the third one, but I haven't played it.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, Trung's got to come flying by. Trung's always working hard, isn't he? All right, so here we are up here. You can see we've got it all spread out. Go. Got a family over there in the corner. That's Wayne and his family. So we have a table back there, a group coming later tonight. Got this group over here.
Thank you. What are they playing there? Is that Isle of Cats? Yeah, that's Isle of Cats.
Yeah, that's great. You guys are on Meepleville Live.
What's up, everybody?
Any of you wanted? Am I giving you up right now?
That Ray refuses to look at the camera. He's like, no.
I know, right? You guys mind being on camera? No? You're over here playing, got some pizza, nibble bowls and stuff. Yeah. And how about you guys? You guys mind? Oh, they don't mind. Let me come back here. Because you guys have a, what is it, Instagram or a podcast? So these are the people from Instagram, from Board Game Diner. Yes. And they're trying Santa Monica because we just got that. So
I didn't know they did that. How often have you guys been doing a podcast for? Oh. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, Instagram, Board Game Diner. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
So it is. No, it's very good, too. Very good. So they play a lot of games. They got a lot of good content on there. And they're trying Santa Monica on there right now. So there you go. Thank you, guys. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and come back down here. All right. So that was a look around what we got going on. Like I said, it's still pretty early, right? Because we opened from at 4 today. So, and then once people had their tables reserved, they would have it for the whole entire evening. So people came in, and they're going to be here probably till midnight. All of these people in here.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
All night. And we do have about, let me see, I should look at my list. I think I have about 5 or 6 other groups coming in later. So yeah, it's just nice, right? It feels good to be going again. So.
And now, as we walked around there, we saw everybody. We're not wearing masks at the table, but we are still having the policy. People are wearing masks when they're entering, and if they're walking around the store, they're wearing a mask just like you are. Is that correct?
That is correct. Once they get to their table, they can take their mask off because the whole assumption is that they either cohabitate together or they're friends. They
Hmm.
trust each other. What people do on their own time, they do on their own time. But coming in here, they must come together and at their own table take off their mask, and they're fine. So that's what they've been doing. But as soon as they leave their table, they have to put on a mask and they have to hand sanitize. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 hand sanitizing stations all over, so people can go ahead, get hand sanitizer, wipe their hands, clean all that. We have to go in hourly to do the bathrooms to sanitize those and all that. But again, this is just an experiment for us. And well, here, Trump, why don't you talk a little bit? So how do you been going so far, Trump?
Going good. Everyone, following regulations.
Yeah.
They're following directions. That's what we want.
Yes, they are. And that's the thing. So we just want to let all the people out there know that thank you for bearing with us, right, through this whole process as we
Yeah.
Do this. And thank you for, following along, wearing the mask, being diligent, following the rules, because that's what we need. This is all about safety. We're just trying to do it to help one another. And, it's no big deal putting on a mask. So, yeah, it's good. Things are.
Very good.
So who else we got in chat? Who else can we say hi to, Grant?
Nobody else has talked since we last updated. I know my parents are still watching.
Oh, nice.
Um,
That's good. Safe?
Paul Tompkins was in there again. I'm surprised Paul didn't get a table going.
I know they're staying locked up, and that's good. You know what I mean? Hey, people come out when you feel it's good for you, right? When you're comfortable.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, but all right. So you want me to go ahead and set this up because I got some work to do.
Yep, for sure.
Okay. Let me try to find a good place where it won't be too glaring. Do you want me to set up in the store in the Meepleville? Like, what do you think? To kind of leave it static.
I mean, you can probably point it towards the actual game library side.
That's too glary. I'm trying to. I don't. What kind of look you could get where it's not glaring.
Yeah, the further right you go, so it doesn't catch that front window, the better. You probably don't need to go that far. Like, keep the euchre people right on the edge, maybe. Or you could go all the way up top. And no, Anthony, that is a very standard, just normal mask. That is all that is necessary at the moment.
What, the one I'm wearing?
Yeah, he's like, is that just a paper towel over your face? I'm like, no, that's a standard.
Yeah, that's the one where the thing folds.
Yeah, it's a good little clip. Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So, let me see if I maybe put it down. Yeah, I just don't know how we're gonna get a good look, Grant, without it glaring.
How about you go the booth that's in front of the window, and point it back towards the giant like meeple.
Yep.
So the sunlight's behind you.
But you still got the track lights, right?
Yeah, I mean you're gonna have to deal with that no matter what. I don't know who's gonna end up playing at that table, but for the time being, that's probably fine.
Okay.
And then if you need to sit down or something, you can grab that chair or something until people get there.
Off, and I gotta go do something, so I'll be back in a little bit.
Yep.
All right.
So yeah, anybody still in chat as you guys stop in here, if you guys have any questions, stuff you want to talk about, I'm just kind of stuck sitting here for the next little while. We don't really have any like top 10 list planned or anything like that. We just wanted to make sure that the stream was on so people could see how we had the store set up, what we were doing safety precaution wise to encourage people to come in and be safe. And just to let people see that we're in here doing stuff. Yeah. There we go. I'll pretend I'm sitting at a table. Nobody to play with. Yeah, John appreciates it. John, what have you been playing lately? Yeah, Randall, we're trying to discourage the one at a time walk-ins. Again, some really special case type things we can make happen, sort of thing. But we would prefer people to show up all together with their main group. Yeah, Anthony, the one with the chairs folded up, those tables just aren't usable. We did the 6 feet apart, so we only have like 5 tables down in the main area that are usable, and then like 3 booths total. So we basically had 12 tables total in the store that were going to be usable for tonight, and I think we did have most of those go up for reservation. Again, if anybody's looking to still go out to Meepleville tonight, feel free to give Tim a call. Some people might not show up. Some people might not stay the entire time, especially if you want to come later in the night. Just give Tim a call over there at Meepleville. Oh, lots of cribbage, John. I like it. Me and my roommates kind of played ourselves out of it. We were playing for like 2 or 3 hours, like every night there for a good stretch before the whole quarantine thing happened. We loved playing it. And kind of now that we've all been stuck in quarantine, we're all kind of getting a little sick of each other. So we haven't really been hanging out, playing too much stuff together at the moment. But still love to jump back into cribbage every once in a while. Here, am I not? There. We can pretend I'm here at this table. Perfect. Card game of choice would definitely be a toss-up between Pinochle and cribbage. Cribbage is the easiest one to play currently, just because I know more people that know it. Pinochle I still really enjoy, but outside of like my family, I don't really know a ton of people that play it, and I don't get together with my parents too often to play it now anyway, especially with how things are. I've tried to teach some of my roommates how to play it, and it's kind of like euchre, one of those different trick-taking card games that not a lot of people want to learn, kind of thing. Yeah, Rick, we have numerous changes currently. We're definitely adhering to the strict social distancing. Groups have to come in all at the same time. Everybody is required to wear masks to enter the store. We have our cafe, so we have our tables set up 6 feet apart for you guys to come in, enjoy food, and get some board gaming going at the same time. Our hours are pretty vastly changed and currently in flux. The governor just yesterday announced phase 2 reopening to start this Friday, so we have a little bit more leeway. So it really just depends on how well tonight goes, what the interest is of how quickly people do want to come back out to enjoy places like this. But so yeah, we have a lot of safety precautions in place, limited hours still currently. We're doing things like quarantining our board game, so if a group plays a board game, no one else is going to be able to play that board game for at least 2 days. There's just not a safe, effective way to disinfect cardboard in pieces quickly, so we're trying to stick by the CDC guidelines of how often they think it's lasts on a product like cardboard and plastic. Yeah, no, we try to update Facebook as much as we can with our policies and procedures as we change them. I know that gets lost in a lot of posts because Tim just likes to throw up stuff all the time, which is good. But yeah, if you ever don't know, message us on Facebook, send me or Tim an email. We both try to respond as quickly as we can. We're still doing curbside pickup for anybody that does not feel comfortable entering the store. You're more than welcome to still do your ordering online. We definitely have a disinfectant spray, Rick, but with all the little pieces of a board game, you can never guarantee that you got every single little piece to every which side and hand touching. Yeah, people have talked about the UV lights. I know for a while there they weren't entirely sure how effective the UV lights were or weren't. But again, that goes back to, are you catching every side? Are you flipping every piece over? So many board games have the tons of little pieces. Like, yeah, I'm sure a UV light would be effective if we could hit every side. Um, so I agree we should probably do that in addition to still waiting the 2 days behind it. It's one of those better safe than sorries type situations. So even if we did disinfect or UV light it, I think we would still want to put a little bit of a wait or a hold on playing the games again. Jeez. Cliff just bumping up the back of my chair. And yeah, sorry for the audio quality. I know Tim probably has music going on there. So you might hear some random spikes. We'll see how noisy it gets later if we need to move his laptop at all. Paul, have you played any new card games? You're always one of the big card game guys. I thought it was funny that you guys were playing that Skull King, and I had never really heard of it. And then we saw the guy up at Gamma, and we ordered a bunch of his stuff in, so I know we have them for sale now. It's like Wayne's trying to hunt down some games. What are you looking for? What else do we have going on? Anybody else back any new Kickstarters lately? And there's Flo joining us. Hi, Flo. Have you guys been sticking with your Zoom games, getting some stuff played online? I finally had a chance to play Wavelength Flow. Did very much enjoy it. Same like the rest of the party games, very group dependent. If you have the right people, you're going to have a ton of fun with it. If you don't have the right people, maybe not so much. That's probably a pretty good idea, Paul. Paul, how big do you think your game collection is? If you have a way of saying how big that is. Not necessarily number-wise or just how much space it takes up. I know I'm one of those people, like, if I'm not playing something or something gets old, I kind of get rid of it. I don't really have that collector mentality. I don't hold on to things too much. So I've kind of pared down and gotten rid of a ton of my games past couple of years. Mac, let me add a little thing here. And sorry, let me turn that down a little bit. Tim, you're too loud. Sorry, I'm gonna mute Tim for a second until he gets back. That music is starting to loop around a bit. So you haven't played Wavelength Online yet, Flo? Have you played the game at all? I could have sworn you said you had. But yeah, it's definitely really fun. We had fun with it. So around 3 of the 5x5 shelves, and then yeah, I know you have a ton of the smaller games. That's not bad. I definitely don't even have that anymore. I think between me and my one other roommate, I have like 6 shelves worth of games maybe. It's definitely not a ton. I have a bunch of stuff for Meepleville that I brought home to kind of like play and learn, and then I just haven't, because this is now going to be the first day that we're back home, and I can't really teach stuff even if I was to go down. But we have a bunch of other new stuff to bring back in. Anybody play that Sanctum game that just came out? It's kind of like an action RPG board game. Whew. Yeah, that's a decent clip there, Paul. I want to say I'm maybe around like 60 or something. What I can do is turn some music on my side. Give me 1 second here. Alright guys, let me know if that music's too loud. Just trying to turn on something in the background so it's not just quiet the whole time. Alright, oh, Tim's coming back. Let me unmute Tim a second. Give me 1 second, Tim. I need to unmute you. Can you unmute you, Tim? I muted you and I don't see the option to unmute you on my side.
Yeah, I think there we go.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, sorry, yeah, the music started looping a little weird, so I muted you there for a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh no, I'm not floating in the air.
Yeah.
You just ripped me away from my table, Tim. I had a nice little seat there at that red table.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I had to go run to the dollar store over there. I forgot to get napkins at Costco today, so had to go pick some up real quick. But yeah, so what are you talking about on the show, Grant?
Talking with Paul about how big his board game collection is, which is fairly big at this point. I didn't think he's up to. He says around 1,000 games. That's pretty decent. I'm not even...
but Paul's a pretty regular color too. Like he sells and buys, so he kind of rotates.
Yeah, that's what I was saying is like I get rid of my games. Like I don't really hold on to stuff I don't play anymore. So my collection's pretty small. Mine's maybe 60. I'd have to actually go give it a count. But yeah, I don't have that many at home anymore.
And the thing about it is do we really all need that many games, right?
Maybe.
You can only play one at a time, they say, yeah. No, but they're nice. It makes you feel good, doesn't it? Just to be sitting around all those games. It does make you feel good.
And even stuff I really enjoy. I love variety more than anything else. I get bored so quickly with stuff, so yeah, just having something different to play at any given time definitely helps.
Yeah. Yep. But how many people? Is there still people watching? We got people being active? Because
no, we're down to about 8. I got Paul here, Flo here. Randall may have dipped out finally for work. I don't know if he's still around. People are kind of coming and going.
Okay. Because what I was going to say, I can come over here real quick, and I could go to all of the games that we're about to put on the shelves. Remember, we had that big stack, all those games we got at Gamma. So I can go show those if you want real quick. Let me just get my gloves on here.
Yeah, give me 1 second to answer some questions here. Randall's asking about the limited menu. I know we're still gonna have like our chicken bites are gonna be on the menu. The wraps are off the menu. We'll have our fraps and smoothies. We'll still have all our pizzas.
Yeah,
So
I got some burritos too tonight, so we're going to try some of those. We'll be giving those out as samples. What were the other things I got? Oh, that's right. I got the French toast sticks also. We're going to try too because, and some turkey McMuffins, which I eat regularly. They're fantastic. So we're just going to try them, bake them here, give them out as samples, let people just see different things.
and Carissa, have Alexandria email me or Tim directly about that, and we'll answer that question through email.
All right, so here I am over at the table that's right by the front here, and
this is the stuff we brought back from Gamma, right? A bunch of new games to play in the store that we haven't had before.
yes, that is true.
And I was just talking about this as well. I have a bunch of them at home at my house too. I think I have like 3 or 4 games I need to bring back to Meepleville that are going to be new.
Claim. Has anybody played Claim yet?
I know Paul played the original Claim. I don't know if he played Claim 2.
Okay.
I think that those are 2-player trick-taking card games.
Yes, 2-player.
Yeah.
It's 10 plus 25 minutes. Yes, they are. This is Bad Moji. It's got some pretty...
So the hook of this game is that it's going to give you some emojis, and you're going to have to try to guess what that combination is trying to actually make you come up with.
Yeah. So you got that. Wasn't this like...
Mad Libs, but dirty. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like Mad Libs.
Yeah.
We got several of these. Do you remember what these were, Grant? We did like a...
Yeah, so it's sort of like a Guess Who style. I believe you lay out like a row of like faces, and then you had to like give a clue to have people eliminate a certain face, but you were restricted on what type of clues to give, and you had to kind of lock in based on those clues. So yeah, I don't remember if it was cooperative or competitive or if it was team-based, but a Guess Who style card game that was a little bit more interesting than actual Guess Who.
This is a carrying case, actually. Hold on 1 second. I got to get up.
Yep.
Somebody just came in. I'll leave this here. You can talk about that.
I know he'll show it in a second, too. We also got these cool Warlock tiles in, which is like an interlocking tile system to make up different D&D boards instead of just drawing a D&D map. He'll show that in just a second.
What is that?
The Warlock tiles. I think those should still be sitting over there somewhere to go along with that carrying case.
Oh, they might have been. I don't know.
You'll come across it eventually. Not a big deal.
Whoa, this sounded really
Yeah, that one I actually want to play myself. So I think the hook with that one was, it's kind of like a trivia question, but you read it, and then you can decide who's on your team to like answer the question, or you can decide to go it alone if you think you can answer more than the group of people that you're with.
Yep,
Yeah.
Absolutely. That sounds really good. This one was by the same company, by Gray Matter Games. You betcha. So this is a betting game. So remember, this is like betting a little bit. You can see the steps right there.
Ah, yeah. Oh, I have that other one too that's very similar. It's in my other room.
Yeah.
You keep going through that, Tim. I'm going to be right back and grab a game.
Okay. So in this one, it says you ante up, you read the subject, then you place your bets, write your answers, and then collect your intellect. It combines poker, trivia, and the race against the clock into one fun game night. So yeah, it's kind of like trivia, but you're betting, gambling. So it seems pretty cool. All set with that? Yeah, if you could, just right on that table. Thank you very much. All right, what else we got here? Color Addict. A colorful and addictive card game, perfect for family game nights, lunchtime with colleagues, school breaks, and parties. Have no idea. But again, we got these here for you guys to play when you come in. Tattoo Story. The funny thing about Tattoo Stories is I actually got pitched this game at Dice Tower Con several years ago when I was doing it for Yellow, taking pictures. A guy pitched this game to me, and then Bicycle picked it up. Bicycle has a line of games. This is one of them, Tattoo Stories.
And
As you see, it's like tattoos, and you write stories, I guess, tell stories about tattoos. All right. This one you tried, right?
Yeah. I just had a really hard time with it. So Stay Cool, basically you have one person that's the active player for the round, and then you have multiple other people. I think it might just be two, but one person is asking you like trivia questions. Another person is asking you questions, but you have to spell it out with a dice, and you're trying to do all of these tasks simultaneously. So you're trying to stay cool under pressure, so you have to do all this multitasking stuff. And the more tasks you get done, the better off you're going to do. But the people asking you the questions are not on your team, so they're not trying to be helpful with this. So they're just continuously asking you these questions over and over until you get it right.
It's the best.
It was a little too hectic for me. People know I'm not a huge real-time fan, and that was a little too real-timey for me. I like the trivia side of stuff, but yeah, the real-time pressure,
This one's fantastic.
Yeah, you showed me that one. I had never played it before, and super enjoyed playing that for sure.
Yeah, this is very similar to a game, Cold War versus. That was one of the games we did a top 5 list on games that I think need more press or why people aren't playing.
Mm-hmm.
So Cold War versus CIA or CIA versus KGB Cold War. This is very similar. That's why I really like this game too. It's very good. 2-player. Deja Vu.
So we had a quick demo of that up at Gamma. And that's basically like you start flipping out these cards, and the cards have different pictures on them. There's a ton of, different little symbols, yeah. And anytime you see the same symbol rematch, you're supposed to grab that token out. And so it's kind of like a memory game, but then the round continues, and you have to continue to go back through it and remember, did I already see that token? Is that token already removed? Should I grab that token again? Because if you grab the wrong token, you're actually penalized. So it starts off kind of hard and just gets harder as the rounds go on, but just a different style of party game we hadn't had before.
I'll be right back. Here.
I got a bunch of my own, Tim. That's why I went and grabbed games. So another couple we have here. We got this Half Truth in a while back. So this is by Richard Garfield and Ken Jennings, which was the Jeopardy guy. And this is similar to that other one where there's a question card. I'll see if I can get that question card up on camera. So a question card, and it has 6 answers listed on the card. And you have to pick which 3 are correct and which 3 you think are false. So it's that same style. You're betting down here on which of the 6 you think are correct, which of the ones you don't. And then you roll the dice to see how much it's worth each round. So just another very cool trivia plus betting style game. That if you like that sort of thing, I do really like Wits and Wagers. So I think that's fantastic for that. Here's this big box version of Sanctum. Sanctum. I don't know if anybody's played this one yet. Again, this is kind of like an action video game in a board game style. So you have your RPG characters, you're running up a map to kill the big bad end boss, and you're collecting gear and loot along the way in a Euro style board game with some like dice and stuff. So this one's currently on my pool table. This is just the box lid. Haven't had a chance to play it yet. It will be back at Meepleville at some point. What else have I taken home? I know Marvel Champions has been out for a while, but we finally have a in-store copy of it. So this will be back in Meepleville for people to try out here pretty soon. This is one of the LCG living card games. That's at home. Anybody that's a big fan of The Shining, they released a Shining board game. No clue if this is just an IP grab or if this is actually something interesting to play. I have it at home here, so hopefully I can get a game or two of this in before I bring it back down. It looks like it's just 3 to 5 players with a potential trader mechanic in there, so we'll see if that's an IP grab or an actual fun board game. And yeah, Paul, the 100% Sanctum is just Diablo the board game, which is amazing. All right, Tim. I ran through the 4 that I had here at home.
Oh, okay. Why are those ones at home coming back here to be
Yeah.
played?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're all Meepleville stuff.
Super Party Battle.
Because there's definitely not enough beer pong being played at Meepleville.
Oh, is that what this is?
Pretty, I think so.
Classes in there. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it threw like a different mix onto beer pong, but
This game was kind of cool.
you said
Like
this was a set collecting.
Yeah. And it had little objectives and kind of stuff. So, sorry guys, I'm just trying to adjust the camera. Yeah, so this was kind of cool. Piece of pie. Got this to play as well. This looks like my type of game. I'm from Connecticut, where New Haven is. Used to live in New Haven for a while. Looks like a Euro game.
Ooh. I don't know what the hell that was. And yeah, Paul, that game, the Shining game, is by Prospero Hall. What else has he designed?
Don't know. Oh, look at this. This game is by Cosmodrome. Speaking of Cosmodrome, I just paid the other day for smartphone. So we'll be getting those in soon. Smartphone's fantastic.
Do you know an ETA on that? Like how soon? What's your soon?
Should be 2 weeks. I mean, I paid and they ship right away. So
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoy smartphone. Was it Dr. Steven that said he didn't really enjoy it? There was somebody that said he didn't enjoy it.
no, I don't remember who. Yeah,
Somebody said that, but I for what I did, I remember enjoying my time with it.
this is by the same company. This is divide into teams. Blah blah blah. I don't know.
Yeah, we got a lot of games, guys, that obviously they're still in shrink. So if we haven't had a chance to play them,
Oh, you played this one, Grant.
yep, Wavelength. I was talking earlier to Flo about that. Again, very group dependent, but if you have the right group, I think it's a blast to play.
Brand new expansion for Tiny Towns.
I was a little cool on Tiny Towns. I liked Little Towns a little bit better personally. The simultaneous action of Tiny Towns didn't super do it for me, but good to see that they're adding more to it.
National Parks Trivia.
I like that trekking game was actually a pretty decent step up from Ticket to Ride, like a little extra going on there. Is all the trivia in that national park based trivia?
It seems that way. It says draw a card, then read the fact in question. Everyone writes their best guess. The closest answer wins the card. Yeah, they're all national trivia park or national park trivia based.
I wonder if they're all numbers then, like Wits and Wager style, because I think like specific national park trivia, I don't know who would be great at that.
Sheeple.
Who wouldn't want to play some sheeple? The guy at Gamma was literally dressed up like a sheep to to promote these games.
Yeah. Let me see. All right. What is this?
Sing for your supper. I believe it gives you like lyrics of a song, but not the actual lyrics. So you kind of have to like sing these weird words in the tune of the song and have people guess what song you're trying to sing.
Could be. Yeah. Wait. I think I got to go help Trunk. It's kind of busy.
For sure. I'll be here. So yeah, Paul, like, I know people really enjoyed Horrified. Haven't had a chance to try that. I saw Jaws played a couple of times, and I think the groups that I saw play it were split on it. Like, I think can be a fun game, but wasn't super amazing. There's Mark. I see you, Mark. Hi, Mark. What have you been up to, Mark?
Hanging out playing cards.
Fair enough. That's pretty much all I've been doing.
Huh?
I said that's about all I've been doing.
Yeah. Wait for the casino to open back. I can get back to my real job. Huh?
But yeah, so either way, if the Shining is by those guys, again, I know they're kind of hitting on some IP stuff. Hopefully it is an actual fun game. It's a 3 to 5 player, so I don't know if I want to actually play it at 3. So many games are really specific to that player count that if you play it at a bad player count, it just kind of makes the game unfun. So I don't know if that's a game that plays good at all player counts or if I really should wait until I have the full 5. And that's fair. I can see how that you would how Jaws is a really good translation. I did like the two-part to it. It wasn't super long. Because there was another game that did a two-part thing, which was Lord of the Rings, which was the hidden movement style. But that one was really long. Like, each part took a couple hours per part. Oh, okay. Now, they have some decent stuff there, if they also do that Disney stuff. So, good. Good to know. That's definitely higher on my list than to try out. Like I said, I have stuff sitting here at home, just like we have a bunch of stuff down there that we haven't had a chance to go through. Kind of when all this happened, we just stopped everything board game wise. There's Giuseppe. Giuseppe. Okay. I'm on the laptop, Giuseppe. Giuseppe. Come here. Yeah. Are you guys playing in Santa Monica?
Yes.
How is it?
It's pretty cool. There's a lot of icons to learn.
I literally don't know anything about it. We just had somebody request it, and I saw that it was like a new release as of this week, so we got them in.
It's like a tableau builder. It's all about the scoring and how you arrange the cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
But enjoying yourself so far with it?
Yeah, it's good. Good.
Paul and Teresa say hi. Paul's currently in chat watching.
Why aren't they here?
They're waiting it out a little bit more. Nothing wrong with that. But anyway, sorry. You can go enjoy your food. Didn't mean to bug you.
We're excited to be here.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys coming by. Hi, Nick. Bye, Nick. I don't think you heard me. I forget there's like a little delay. Looks like Tim's giving some tours around.
Open this all up. So you see we got booths. We got these perfect tables, 3x3. So I got a ridge cut coming in here today. So during the day, I've already said I got 10 3x3s. So you figure 10 3x3s, that's 20 backgammon players. Plus the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 booths, that's another 12. So that's 32, like you said. That's the max, guys. And look how open this is. So it's not crowded. This is more different. Yeah, way different. So you got this perfect stands booths over here. No, we didn't have this.
Bye, Tim. I've stolen Tim's chair. I'm still pretending to be at work. I got my Meepleville shirt on.
So yeah, we'd love to have you guys. They like to rate for us. Like I said, the only thing is you guys don't mind paying that. And like I said, I'll stay later if you guys want to. So I know you guys want to play. What's that you guys play? I would stay up. But again, I would give you whatever you need here.
This one.
Yes, so these people want things for here. So I'm putting a sign up front.
And yes, Jeremiah, I am definitely using a green screen. I kind of cheated and just went and bought a big roll of bright green cloth from Walmart. This was like really early on when stuff was first locking down. And then I kind of pinned it to my wall, and then I drape it across to a ladder. So currently in my room, there's just a big ladder and a big green cloth hanging behind it. And then I use OBS as a good little chroma key for green screen filtering. I backed a couple more Kickstarters recently. I'm throwing up a War of Whispers. Anybody see this? I know the Sit Down Shut Up guys. Anybody's not familiar with them? They have a video up on it. And apparently this just went back up on Kickstarter. That I think it was released before, but they have like a little expansion, which is why it re-hit Kickstarter. Just looks super good. I love this style of game. This was kind of interesting if anybody's looking for something new to check out on Kickstarter. Add back to that guy. Yeah, did you look into this one, Paul? Did you like the idea behind this one? I thought it was kind of nice that like it's area control, but you're not backing any one person, and you can kind of change alliances later on in the game. Like that other social interaction part of that's going to be so much better for me than just appear like I'm fighting your dudes and your dudes are fighting my dudes. I think the release date was December on this, so hopefully we get it around then. Turn some music back on. Oh, what else is going on? I'm just trying to look over the BGG hotness, see if there's anything else interesting on there that I haven't heard about. Not really. There's the that second edition of Kemet that's coming out, Kemet Blood and Sand. That's another area control game I think I would like to try out. I like the original Kemet, but I think I only played it once or twice maybe, back when Adam used to come pretty regularly. But that new implementation of it looks really nice. Which is... Let's throw some pictures up of it. Boom. Whoa, that's way too big. This guy. Boom. So it looks like it just hit Kickstarter. I wonder if that Kickstarter's running currently. It probably did, and that's why it's on the BGG hotness. Yeah. 477% funded already. I probably won't back this one, but hopefully Meepleville will get a copy of it in. Though if it's just now on Kickstarter, this is probably at least a year away. I hope Christoph's in, because I am playing his type of music right now. It's not. Look at me low. I know. If anybody's curious, this is what I normally do at work all day. Just kind of sit here. No, Tim's back. All right, Tim, you got muted again. You will need to unmute yourself. There you are.
Okay.
You're back.
Yep, there I am. I'm back. Sorry about that. Had somebody to show around the place.
For sure.
Trying to get going here. So yeah, it's and then Dave came in with his family, so they're over there, and security guard checked in. So just just
Absolutely.
going like.
What's Dave planning tonight with his family? We're gonna go find out. See, I know Dave personally is a big war gamer, but I'm not sure what he actually plays with his family. Couldn't imagine that he talks his family into that type of stuff.
They are playing rival restaurants.
Okay. Let me make myself.
All right. So let me see. We got a whole bunch more over here. Look at this.
Whoa.
Quartermaster General. World War II game.
Don't know anything about it.
Me neither. Let me rotate some stuff so I can get some more games over here to show you guys, because we have a lot of them. Oh wait, took my gloves off. I gotta get my gloves back on.
Luckily, all those games are still in shrink wrap.
That's true. And these aren't gonna be played for a while, so I guess I'm okay for now. All right, here's this one. Don't know anything about this.
And that's the same company that does Hanamakoji. Is that correct?
It is, yeah. Emperor 54. It does say it's a highly interactive card game. So,
Nice.
yeah. Have you played this one yet? This looks really cool.
We just played that brief little demo there at Gamma when he had it. I think he had a giant version of it out. But it's basically, it's kind of like Jenga, but you're also like, you're putting blocks down and then you're putting cards on top of it. And then the cards will have restrictions on where the blocks can go on that next level. And you got to keep kind of going up.
Yep. So there's that. This is Cover Your Kingdom, like cover your assets. You played this.
Yeah. It adds a couple extra like wonky, silly rules in. Like if you like Cover Your Assets, this may be more your thing. If you want a slightly more complicated game, a slightly more silly game. And then I think you can play it like the normal way as well. But yeah, anybody that's played Covered Your Assets, it's just another take on that with a little bit more going on there.
Yep. Skull King.
Yeah, that's upside down. I had just mentioned this one a little while ago that Paul and Teresa and those guys had this one in there and they were playing it one night. I had never heard of it. And then, yeah, we have it for sale and we have it in there to play now.
We demoed this one.
And oh, yeah, he did show us that one. Yeah, you put the little hex tiles down.
It's kind of like Uno. You want to be the first one to get rid of your cards. You got to match cards.
But you had restrictions on where they could go as you build the beehive.
Yeah. Love this game.
Yeah, I still enjoy No Thanks.
Don't know anything about this one.
Same. No idea. That's those past couple, everything except for No Thanks is part of that Grandpa Beck's line of games.
It is, yep.
So he puts good stuff out.
They do.
Shuffle Grand Prix. Oh, I remember. So this is the bicycle card. Same with Tattoo Stories. Bicycle that does card game. The playing cards is now also doing board games. And this was another like a racing take on a card game that you're drawing different racers and you have different abilities. And then you draw those like 50, 75, 75 to see how far you move each time.
Remember at Gamma, that guy just split, right?
Yeah. The big virus stuff was just kind of happening as we were up in Gamma. The lockdown hadn't happened yet. And a couple of the distributors just like left. And so the bicycle booth, there was just stuff sitting there and they were like, yeah, take whatever you want. Like this guy's not coming back. Whoever was there either had like a family emergency, but he just pieced out.
What's left?
Another betting game here. I do like betting games.
Yeah, this is betting on how you would react. Betting on life's awkward situations.
Interesting. So Flo says that Antiquity Quest is similar to Canasta with a twist.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Hey, yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
See, Flo knows more about board games than we do. That's
Because you know what's good. So here's what's good about Flow is, and I would love for more people to do this. I mean, I would like it too. She gets these nights together, right? So I'm sure if she said this was like Canasta, she probably had a trick-taking night or a set collection night or whatever it is.
yeah, the theme nights.
Yeah, they played 4 or 5 games of that one kind of genre. So that's why when she knows games like this is because that's what she does. That's a really cool idea, Flo, by the way. And yeah, a lot more people should do stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. Because if you're playing a theme that you like, you're going to get to play a ton of games that you like. Or if it's a theme that you're not super hot on, maybe you find that one game that really sticks out to you amongst the 4 or 5 that you played that is now your favorite take on it. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. Legends of Andor. I've heard good things about this.
This one's been out for quite a while. We just happened to pick up an extra copy. It's fully cooperative. I remember when this one came out that like I was hyped to play it and just never got around to it. So a cooperative kind of dungeon crawl with some card-based play in there. I like fantasy stuff, so.
Yep. This was from the library because we were showing this around. We talked about Starlink, I think, right?
No, we haven't talked about Starlink yet. So Starlink, the board is a giant like telescope looking, there you go, with all these just like stars in the sky. And you're going to draw a card and you have to draw your picture, but you can only use straight lines. You're basically drawing like star constellations in the sky. And then whoever guesses what you're drawing first wins the card. And then there's this extra little telescope card. You can see kind of the picture. There's a tiny little telescope in the bottom right. If your drawing fits inside the telescope, you get a little bonus point. So you're kind of incentivized to draw as small as possible. And then what you draw stays on the board. So as you keep playing, you can't reuse previous stars. So the board is just going to fill up. So just a really cool party game. My only concern with that one is it has these really nice little white markers, which if it gets overplayed like a lot of Meepleville games, it's going to get a little overused really quickly and we'll have a hard time replacing that one.
You played this one, right?
Did not have fun with this one. Really kind of wonky. So you have these spaceships that are flying around a board and it's a programming game. You're locking in your movement kind of actions ahead of time and you can kind of shoot at people in different quadrants with your spaceship. And then you actually have your little people on your spaceship, and people can board other people's spaceships and kind of shoot each other. But it was just a lot going on and some really wonky, kind of loose rules. So it didn't click super well with us here.
All right. The last couple we have, we got a series, it looks like. I'll just bring out one of them. It's Post-Human.
That was like a Kickstarter that somebody had donated 2 copies of. So we threw one in our library. So there's already one on the shelf, so don't open that one up, Tim. And then we have another full copy in shrink. Don't know anything about it other than it was a Kickstarter that somebody donated to us.
And then I showed this, I think, when I did one of the videos of the new games in. Really cool memory game. I like this. This is really nice.
Yeah, Cosmos is the guy that did the crew.
Yep.
And so, yeah, we got a couple of their other games in. A little more family-friendly type stuff.
Yeah, so you can see we got a bunch of games that have been sitting here for, 2 months now?
Yeah, we were like, oh, yeah, all these games are going to be so much fun to play when we get back from Gamma. And then it was like, no playing games.
Shut us down.
And yeah, Paul kind of mentioned that programming is not one of his favorite mechanisms. I'm kind of hit or miss on it. There's some games, like, I really enjoyed Mechs vs. Minions, but that's probably because I was also a big League of Legends fan at the time. And that one was fully cooperative. Like, we had a ton of fun playing through that scenario-based style. But I think that was the last programming game that I really enjoyed. Well, I guess I also really enjoy Colt Express for what it's worth. I play that more silly, though. I don't take that as like a very serious programming game.
Oh, right. Oh, I like, I did Twin Tin Robots by Yellow, and it was not too cool on that. But what about River Dragons, right? The giant version we have? That's pretty.
I haven't played it in so long. I forget we even have that game. And yeah, I guess that's another programming one that you kind of get to lock your stuff in ahead of time and can mess with other people, which is fun.
Yep, it is. Yep. So I'll tell you what, Grant, I'm going to go ahead because I just got to go ahead and try to get back to work here. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick, take you guys on another quick walk around, see where everybody's playing, and we'll just say hi to a couple people. And how about that?
Sure.
Am I back full screen again? Or
Yeah, you have been.
Okay.
I'm not changing that.
So here, let's we'll go over here. We'll say hi to Billy and Tasha. Hey guys, you mind if we say hi? So they are playing Underwater Cities. I absolutely love that game.
So good.
Isn't it? Yeah, it really, really is. What, you guys are still in the first era, probably?
Yeah.
Yeah, look how much real estate that game takes up, too.
Yeah, this is a 2-player game.
Yeah.
Right now, we're all playing 2.
Yeah, it takes up a lot of space at that table. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for coming in tonight.
We're glad to be here.
Yes. You guys mind being on our show? Hi, this is Dave and the family here. He's got him. As you see, Dave's the only guy in the family. Got a whole bunch of women there with him. So, yeah, and he's teaching them rival restaurants. So they're sitting there playing, having some food. But it's good seeing you guys. Thanks for coming up here tonight. Yeah. All right, here's the euchre crew again. Yes, look at that. Happy people. Right?
Tim, have you tried to teach them the crew yet?
I showed Dawn the crew. Remember the cooperative trick-taking game? We played 1 or 2 rounds of it, yes. I wanted to show Mark forever, but he was always busy. Never got a chance to play. The crew. Yes. No, they would love that game. Yeah. They would have.
What is it called, 13? 313. 313.
313?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
4 crowns or 5 crowns, whatever that card name is.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they make set 2, I think, right? That 5 rounds. Yeah. Oh, very good. Yep. So very good. Thank you, guys. Good seeing you. Let's see. Oh, they're playing the river. The river, yeah. This is by Days of Wonder.
Yeah.
This is a really, really good intro-level worker placement game.
Yeah, I remember hearing it was really light. Didn't take the time to learn this one. But all those Days of Wonder games are usually pretty good.
Yeah, Days of Wonder puts out great products. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, they usually only release like 1 game a year, but it's usually a pretty decent game.
Yep. So let's see who we got up here. Let me see. You guys don't mind being on Meepleville Live, do you? We got Wayne, Andrea, and Alicia here. See if they are all on the camera. Yep.
What are we playing there?
Architects of the West Kingdom.
Oh, fantastic! Have you guys played Paladins yet?
I played once with
You
you.
played. That's right. We played with your friend. Yes.
Yeah.
That's right, Mike. That's right. Yes. Yeah, and they got the new one coming out too.
Yes,
Vice counts? Is that it?
Viscounts, I think it is, or something like that. Yes. Yes. How'd you end up in school, Alicia? Good.
A's and B's. All A's and B's.
Congratulations. Oh, very
High
good.
school.
Are you really? He's going to high school, huh? Oh, look at her. Getting big. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Such a big deal. Well, thanks for coming in, guys. Have a good night tonight. All right. They are still on Isle of Cats over here.
So Isle of Cats with 5 players takes a while. That's the only downside to that.
Right there. We're actually on the 3rd. If you have more than 6 cats in the family.
Yeah.
If you have more than 6 cats in the family, it's more than
What do these guys end up playing?
What are you guys playing?
Robinson Crusoe.
Oh, they're getting to the heavy stuff over here.
Robinson Crusoe was just so hard. Like, I think I played it once and got just annihilated at it.
Yeah.
Good to know. We haven't started yet.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It is. It is. And are these guys? How's Santa Monica coming along, Giuseppe?
it's good. I just need to figure out the scoring.
Oh, you guys are done.
Yeah, we're done. We built our beachfront properties.
Uh huh.
I just need to figure out how to score all these little meeples enjoying the beach.
All right. Well, summer's coming back, so why don't you guys give us your pre-review?
I personally like it. I don't know what summer was.
Oh well, let's get her. She's gonna come and sit down here. All right, Summer. What is your take?
I like it. The scoring is a little confusing. Like, it takes to play the game. I think the game.
Oh, does it? Yeah.
Yeah. Hard to figure it out.
But the game is good. Yeah, you guys.
It's light, but it's good.
The archery is nice, yeah.
Oh, very good.
And I think that's a lot of games. You got to get that 1 or 2 plays in before it like clicks. But I think once the game clicks, if it still has fun mechanisms, that you'll then enjoy it.
Yeah.
It has a lot of icons, so you just have to figure out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And they were the first ones. They broke up on the Meepleville copy here. So
There you
if
go.
it's not put back wrong, you know who to blame. Thank you, guys. All right. Well, that's the crew sitting here playing around, playing games. All of our family, all of our friends, all of the Meepleville people here. And last but not least, we just want to come in and check on Trung. Take you back here in the kitchen. Trung is hard at work as all.
Here's a sneak peek in our kitchen.
Yes.
Most people don't get to see back here.
Yeah, there's Trung working hard, keeping everybody happy with the fantastic treats. So yeah, it was good to have people here, see everybody tonight, and just feels good have people back in Meepleville again.
Do you want to kind of end this here, Tim? Do you want me to keep this going for a little while longer?
Yes. So no, we'll go ahead and end it. So folks, just to tell you the preliminary plan, because and Grant, you can go ahead and go along with me too. Apparently, the governor talked today or yesterday, right?
Yes, yesterday, yeah.
Yep, and said that they are moving officially into phase 2 on Friday, correct?
Yep, phase 2.
Yep, and phase 2 is now going to let bars open, I believe, other kind of venues, some sports, I think, like that. They've increased the group size from 10 to 50. They've also allowed, like, churches, right, places of worship to get together, I think, stuff like that.
Yeah, churches are capped at 50, the groups of 50 or more. So now, when people hear groups of 50 or more, it still needs social distancing. So just because you have 50 people together, the assumption is that they're still doing aggressive social distancing there, which is why, like, we have around 50 people in the store, but the individual tables, which are the individual groups, they can be closer than 6 feet apart because they came in together. They're their own group, but they are staying 6 feet apart from all the other groups that are there, is still the intent behind that.
Yeah. But no, this was a good experiment. I think it went well. Trung got a little backed up sometimes because the thing about it is, unlike normal, people came in tonight, right, Trung, and they ordered like right away, sort of. Because usually when people come in, they sit, they play a while, one comes up and is hungry, another one comes up. But these are like people going out to eat, right, for a restaurant. So when you go out to eat, you all order at the same time and get your food at the same time, right? So
Yeah.
that's what this was like. They all came in together and ordered their dinner together at the same time. So.
Paul, would you like you to set aside a copy of Santa Monica for him, if you can grab one of those for him?
I will. I
Yep.
definitely will.
Yeah, I think we got 5 in, Paul, so I don't think we're going to sell out too quick.
Yes, and also, folks, just so you know, we're really trying to. I got to go real quick too. I got 6% battery, so it's a good time we're ending this. It's like I got to find a plug out here. We're trying to become close to online. We can't get all the way there, but 20% is pretty much standard minimum advertised pricing that we can offer for discounts. So we'll be
Hi, Tron.
offering most of our games at over $20 at 20% off. So.
Yep. And I told people earlier, Tim, that we are absolutely still going to do curbside pickup. If anybody doesn't feel comfortable coming in the store, we're more than happy to continue to do that. That's really easy.
Oh no, absolutely. Let them do. Again, we're real cautious, and if you want to be real cautious too, curbside, whatever you like, that's totally fine with us. But yeah, so our plan is unfortunately, due to some issues, we're going to be closed for the rest of the week of this week. The following week, next week, we'll be opening up the same Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. Tuesday, we'll still be doing 12 to 6. Thursday, 12 to 6. Wednesday, the same here, 4 to midnight with reservations. We may add another night, not quite sure. However, the week of...
Starting on the 8th?
There we go. Starting June 8th, Meepleville's regular schedule will kind of kick into effect. Regular. Notice the air quotes.
Yeah, as regular as we can be.
So Tuesday will be 4 to 10. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will be 4 to midnight. Sunday will be noon. Saturday will be noon to midnight. And Sunday and Monday will be closed. So, starting next June 8th, you can do the same thing with the reservations. We may be a little more lax with letting people not have to come together. But just to be honest, folks, the reason we want people all to come together as their group is I don't want, like, like 50 individuals walking through and walking back because, you know what I mean? Just all that stuff gets around. It's better if all of your group of 4 come in at once, sit down. We just don't have a lot of traffic. So it just is much better if everybody comes at the same time. But yeah, we'll try and get back to normal.
And same thing, try to make those reservations, call ahead, ask if games are available, whether or not we have disinfectant for the games in place. They might still be out of commission, so if you want to play Wingspan and somebody just played it, we don't have that fully set in place. So even though we can be open, some of our specialty stuff isn't quite a part of the full reopening yet, so we just have to be really careful with what we're doing.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. But other than that, Trump is doing a great job. We're going to start getting some samples together so we can hand those out, see how those work, see what those are like. And yeah, it's going to get there, folks. We're going to get back to how it used to be.
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. You're more than encouraged to bring your own game in. So if you're just coming to Meepleville to play, absolutely bring your own stuff in.
Yeah, so that's about it. But thank you all for watching. Whoever was joined us, I don't know if I wasn't on the feed. I hope you were able to enjoy seeing people play games, taking a look at Meepleville in action, how it not normal because it's a little bit busier, but it's just good to have people in here again. This is fantastic. 2 months. It's been over 2 months since it's been like this. So it's good. Really good. Anything to say, John?
Not really. I'm just taking this time.
Trunk's just happy to be out of the house.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Happy to be out of the house. All right, well, that's it for us here at Meepleville. So we'll go ahead and say goodbye. We'll be with you next Wednesday. But please remember, unfortunately, for the rest of the week, we'll be closed. We'll be back open next Tuesday.
All right, talk to you guys later. Have a good night, everybody.